Now, since the pandemic began, the Redwood Empire Food Bank has met the need of the community and continues to do so. In 2020, they distributed over $65 million worth of groceries, which consisted of enough food for nearly 27 million meals. And at the moment, they continue to distribute 1.5 million meals per month. Here to share more about contributions that the food bank is making to the community is CEO of Redwood Empire Food Bank, David Goodman. David, thanks so much for joining us.
It's great to be with you. Thank you.
It's nice to be able to shed light on resources like your food bank, especially at a time where people are still feeling the impacts of the pandemic. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people have, many mouths to feed. So to have a resource like yours is not only critical all year round, but especially now.
Yeah, that's right. And I think the biggest threat that we all have right now, especially as we are starting to rid ourselves of the masks, is that the world is going to turn away from hunger relief. And what we all know as hunger relief workers is the tail on this type of experience, on disasters, which we're no stranger to here in the North Bay. It goes on for a long time. And in this case, we expect it to go on for years.
And unfortunately, that is the case. But again, having a food bank like yours available to people who need it is so important. Now, there's obviously been an increase since the pandemic. What's staffing been like for you guys? I mean, we're looking at video right now. There's clearly thousands, hundreds of thousands of pounds of food, fresh food, packaged food, dry foods. Are you in need of volunteers? How are things looking in that department?
Yeah, thank you for asking. So staffing has been terrific. We have the most remarkable group of staff here. However, even more remarkable are 9,700 volunteers who have come out and given their time in the face of additional risk throughout the year. But as people begin to travel now, as things begin to loosen up, as they go back to their workplaces, the need hasn't changed. So the call for volunteers to keep coming is ever present.
I was actually volunteering myself before coming in to work today over at the San Francisco Marin Food Bank. And while I was filling the bags of food, it's interesting, you kind of take a moment and reflect on what you're doing. It's not just, kind of a mindless act. You're filling these bags of food with fruits and veggies and all that. And in my mind, I just kept thinking to myself, like, this is a bag that a family is going to take home, use these ingredients, prepare something for the meals. It's when you stop to actually think about what your act is doing and how it's helping the community, it really puts things into perspective for a person.
I agree with you. I've been a hunger relief worker for 25 years, and to this day, I still sometimes stop and pause and think about the fact that we're actually feeding people. By the time people come to a food bank for help, they should have been here 30 days before. It is a place that people do not want to be. And we are just grateful that we have the opportunity through all of our communities throughout the Bay Area, tremendous support that allows us to respond. In our estimation, ending hunger in our community just means ensuring that people can have a place to go to get the food they need, and that we can accomplish together.
And it's interesting you say by the time people come to you, it's about 30 days or so. There is, while food insecurity has become more widespread, unfortunately, there is some stigma, and unfortunately some people may feel shame in extending a hand, wanting to ask for help for something as basic as food. What would you say to those people?
Well, what I would say is that one of the silver linings of any disaster is that empathy is created. So rather than the typical belief that it's people that are sort of undeserving, maybe they're lazy, they could get some other help. Instead, what happens through every disaster that we've experienced is people understand that it's there, but for the grace of God go I, and it could have been me. And so that empathy creates tremendous generosity. And for the people that are actually in need of help, we're here for you. We are your food bank. We're every community's food bank. Throughout the Bay Area, every community has a food bank. And we're there for the people that are concerned about hungry people. And more importantly, we're there for the people who are in fact hungry.
Yeah, because one thing is for sure, even if, some people may not have experienced hunger, it goes without saying that not a single person exists on this planet that hasn't gone through some sort of struggle in their life. So to be able to kind of empathize and put themselves in the shoes of others, it makes it that much more rewarding and satisfying to know that, you helped someone in a time of need. You think back to when you were in a time of need, whatever that need was, and if someone extended a hand out to you, you realize how good that felt. So to be able to do that back for the people within your community, not only does it help those people that are receiving the help, but it also kind of makes you feel like you're a part of a big cohesive group.
Absolutely. And something just to keep in mind is we are all private, nonprofit organizations. So the government is able and willing to help people that are poor people, that they're people that are somehow living relative to the poverty line. But the poverty line is just a point on an economic scale. It doesn't measure need. You earn $1 more than the poverty line, then you're no longer in poverty, but you have a lot of need. So hunger relief, to a large extent, is a private, nonprofit action that we all have to participate in, support our local food banks so that they can support people who come to us for help.
And food is something, it's not a luxury, it's something that we actually need to survive. So it's not like picking between a large apartment and a smaller apartment. I mean, you need food to be able to live, to have get through your day-to-day, and if you have children, it becomes even that much more difficult.
Indeed, we have become first responders as food banks. We are first responders. You need food, air, and water to survive. If you run out of food and you call 911, I have some bad news for you. Nobody's coming. Instead, you turn to your local food bank to get the help that you need. But we have become, through this pandemic, first responders.
That's right. Now, David, you talk to different organizations that provide sources or services to the community. Some organizations like tangible donations, whether, for example, in your case, it would be food. Some organizations prefer time. Some organizations prefer financial donations. What does the Redwood Empire Food Bank, what are you guys looking for in terms of help right now?
Well, yes is the answer. We call it a complete serving. We actually need all of those things. Each one is different. The food is important because without food, we're entirely irrelevant. We're a food bank. We need volunteerism because we're 85 staff and 9,700 volunteers. We can't feed people without volunteerism. And the funds go to cool the food, to fuel the trucks, to pay the dedicated staff, to buy food that isn't donated. So in fact, we need all of those things. And of course, public policy, effective public policy. Contact your legislators and thank them here in the Bay Area for being supportive of all food banks that are out feeding the hungry.
I could tell you, my time here, I've been here for almost 3 years in the Bay Area, and I think it goes without saying that we're one part of the region, or one part of the country and the state that I think really, really does everything it can to help residents and those in need. And it's nice to say that we all live in a region that is, so helpful and so willing to help others, despite being one of the wealthiest regions in the country as well. So it's really nice to say, that we are offering these services. David, if people want to donate time, food, money, where do they go and where do they get more information on the Redwood Empire Food Bank?
They should simply go onto the World Wide Web and look up Redwood Empire Food Bank. And when you get to our website, there are buttons for donate now, volunteer now, get help now. Everything that people will need if they just look up Redwood Empire Food Bank on the web.
All right. Well, David, we appreciate what you are doing for the community, and we'll be sure to get the word out because, again, even if we can't volunteer money, volunteering our time is just as good.
Well, thank you for your time. Great to spend time with you and your viewers.
Thank you. We're going to switch gears now and talk about our weather because it